Who would have thought that Facebook would ever help the Pakistani government enforce Sharia blasphemy laws? Yeah, me too. Muhammad ordered his followers to brutally murder people for criticizing him. Nearly 14 centuries later, blasphemy is still punishable by death in Pakistan, leading to a clash of cultures. In the West, we believe in freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, freedom of conscience. In Pakistan, they believe in the freedom to brutally murder you for thinking that you have these freedoms. Even a false accusation of blasphemy can lead to an immediate execution by a Muslim mob. They will beat you to death and parade your body through the streets if they even think that you've done what I do on a daily basis, namely criticize Muhammad and the Quran. Now, we would hope that as our cultures clash, we would be the ones to influence them rather than vice versa. We would hope that over the years we would influence places like Pakistan to become more free, not that they would influence us to become more Sharia compliant. And it really seems like that's the only way it could happen. We have an enormous ability to influence other cultures through movies, through music, through products, through negotiation, through sanctions, and so on, while they have very little ability to influence us. Or so you would think. While there are plenty of people in the West who would say, along with Patrick Henry, "Give me liberty or give me death," there are also corporations whose goal is to make money, not to make any sort of positive impact on the world. Take Facebook, the online Sharia police for the Pakistani government. Dawn reports, the Interior Ministry of Pakistan informed the Islamabad High Court on Monday that Facebook administration has been blocking illegal blasphemous content on Pakistan's request, and 85% of such material on the social networking site has already been removed. Pakistani officials complained to Facebook about blasphemous content, and as of this report, Facebook had already removed 85% of said content. Interior Secretary Arif Khan said in his report that Facebook had responded to their letter and showed its willingness to remove content deemed blasphemous. Facebook is totally on board. He said the federal government has taken ambassadors of 27 Muslim countries on board in connection with the issue. Furthermore, 3 arrests have been made during the course of the online blasphemy probe, out of which 2 people were directly involved in posting blasphemous content, he stated. Law enforcers have also found blasphemous content from the suspects' laptops and mobile devices. A joint interrogation team has been constituted to probe into the matter, he added. When asked why the ambassador of the country from where the offense originated was not summoned, the Interior Secretary responded, "Our embassy in Washington has also taken up the matter with the U.S. government." The Pakistani ambassador was taking up the matter of blasphemous content on Facebook with the U.S. government. He said banning Facebook is not the solution of the problem. If blasphemous material on Facebook is the problem, why isn't banning Facebook the solution? Because Pakistani leaders are convinced that Facebook can help them track down and extradite blasphemers. The BBC reports. Earlier this week, Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif voiced his support for a wide-ranging crackdown on blasphemous content on social media. In a statement on his party's official Twitter account, he described blasphemy as an unpardonable offense. It's okay to offend us on Twitter, but not them. Then on Thursday, Interior Minister Chaudhry Nisar reasserted Pakistan's determination to tackle the issue, saying he would take any steps necessary to make sure Pakistan's message got across. He said that he had asked officials to liaise with the FBI in the U.S. and with social media platforms on a daily basis. Notice, they're going to the FBI and to Facebook on a daily basis to deal with online blasphemy. Facebook and other service providers should share all information about the people behind this blasphemous content with us, he is quoted as saying by the Dawn newspaper. There has been little official description of what blasphemous content has been found online so far, but in the past, blasphemy accusations have ranged from depictions of the Prophet Muhammad to critiques, can't have critiques, and inappropriate references to the Quran. CNBC adds, under Pakistani law, anyone suspected of blasphemy can be prosecuted and potentially sentenced to death. According to Reuters, Interior Ministry Chaudhry Nisar Ali Khan said Thursday that an official in Pakistan's Washington embassy had approached the two social media companies, Facebook and Twitter, in an effort to identify Pakistanis, either within the country or abroad, who recently shared material deemed offensive to Islam. Authorities in Pakistan have already identified 11 people suspected of blasphemy and would seek the extradition of anyone living abroad. Facebook said it reviews all government requests carefully, with the goal of protecting the privacy and rights of our users. The rights of their users, however, apparently don't include the right to blaspheme in Pakistan. We disclose information about accounts solely in accordance with our terms of service and applicable law. Applicable where? In Pakistan? A mutual legal assistance treaty or other formal request may be required for international requests, and we include these in our government requests report, it said in a statement. Now, why would Pakistani leaders think that Facebook is going to help them track down blasphemers for extradition, trial, and execution? Because Facebook immediately caved on removing blasphemous content, and if we know anything about Muslim leaders, it's that if you give them a Sharia inch, they'll want a Sharia mile. And a Sharia mile is a mile-long pile of dead bodies. We can't have any part of the process of executing people for blasphemy, which means that we can't budge when Pakistan makes demands. When a Pakistani ambassador shows up and says, "We want you to remove blasphemous material from the internet," the correct response is, "Oh, you don't like what's on the internet? Well then, you have my full permission to cry me a river." Anything they demand, cry me a river. We want the names and addresses of blasphemers so we can extradite them. We want new community guidelines that forbid pictures of Muhammad. We want David Wood's YouTube channel shut down before it leads the entire country out of Islam. We want... And that's how you deal with demands for Sharia. It may not win you any friends in the Pakistani government, but it will teach them a valuable lesson and save a lot of lives in the long run.